My dear students, wish you all a great and happy morning. Hope you are fine and doing well. We are blessed with our grandparents. However, some of us are lucky to have spent more valuable time with them when compared to the others for various reasons. Grandparents are blessings God has bestowed upon us for showing us and guiding us through the right paths. When it comes to leniency and considerations, we could all turn to our grandmas for any help that we need. Grandmas are sweet little angels for all grandchildren. They take up all the pain and effort to get all the work done for their children and grandchildren, irrespective of caste, creed, or any other factor. They spend so much time and effort to make us happy and to get all our requirements done, even if we have faced restrictions. Many a times we may have been given a no signal by our parents for the needs that we have raised, but when we present it to our grandma, they get the deal done for us. That is the greatness and love they hold for us. They only want to see the happy faces of their little ones. Here, I would like to make an appealing and appreciative mention of my loving grandma. She took the place of my mother after my mother passed away. She was all in all for me and my siblings. She was our second mother. My grandma is now no more. She died at the age of 75. I miss my grandma very much. We were very intimate and I do really have some good memories that I have spent with her. She was a real asset for us and I was lucky to be with her for about 35 years of my life. And each and every moment she has taught me lessons that have been and will be with me throughout my life. Let us move on to learn the poem The Computer Swallowed Grandma. You can find it in your textbook on page number 100. I shall teach you to sing the poem with an easy tune. Let us all sing the poem now. Can we sing it?
The computer swallowed grandma. Yes, honestly, it's true. She pressed control and enter and disappeared from view. It devoured her completely. The thought just makes me squirm. She must have got a virus or been eaten by a worm. I've searched through the recycle bin and files of every kind. I've even used the internet, but nothing did I find. In desperation I asked Jeeves my searches to refine. The reply from him was negative. Not a thing was found online. So if inside your inbox my grandma you should see, please copy, scan and paste her in an email back to me.
We have enjoyed singing the poem. Now let us read, comprehend and appreciate the poetic style and fun employed in the poem. Let us now get introduced to a short note about the poem. The poem has been written keeping older people in mind. Here the poem was written by an anonymous writer. Anonymous means unknown. The poet is not known. Who wrote the poem? We don't know. The poet was talking to his grandma, maybe via Skype or Hangout, etc., wherein he could see her and talk to her. She did not know how to operate a computer. She learned to use it of late after the whole world became digitalized slowly. She pressed Control and Enter, and the poet could not see her on the computer anymore. It destroyed her or did not show her up ultimately. He is saying maybe she was caught by some virus. It could be both computer virus or virus which every human can get caught with, like flu. Or perhaps she is eaten by some worm. The poet says he has searched her in the recycle bin of computer, wherein deleted files go automatically. He also searched her through files with drives and went to the internet. He could not find his grandma anywhere. He became so hopeless that he even asked Jeeves, which is a widely used search engine like Google that accepts plain English questions or phrases. But he did not give any valid reply. He could not find his grandma online as well. Now, the upset poet wants us to see inside our mail inboxes and says if we can see, then to copy his grandma, scan it and paste as we do to other papers and send an email back to him. This entire poem is just for fun and he is playing at words, mostly for a comic reception. Let us now read the poem. The computer swallowed grandma. Yes, honestly it's true. She pressed Control and Enter and disappeared from view. Who swallowed who? The computer swallowed grandma. என்ன சொல்றாரு poet என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, the computer வந்து என்னுடைய பாட்டியை விழுங்கி விட்டது. Swallowed, consumed. Yes, honestly it's true. Yes, I am sure that it swallowed my grandma. As she pressed Control and Enter button in the computer. அதாவது கம்ப்யூட்டரில் இருக்கிற அந்த கண்ட்ரோல் அண்ட் என்டர் அந்த பட்டனை ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணோடனே she disappeared from view. எங்கள் பாட்டியை பார்க்க முடியாமல் ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார். He devoured her completely. The thought just makes me squirm. She must have caught a virus or been eaten by a worm. The computer devoured her completely, swallowed her completely, consumed her completely. டோட்டலாக என்னுடைய பாட்டியை அதுக்கு விழுங்கி விட்டது. அதை நினைக்கிறப்பே வந்து I feel restless. Sperm means turn or restless, being restless. அந்த நினைக்கிறப்பே எனக்கு ஒரே ரெஸ்ட்லெஸ்ஸாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார். She must have caught a virus or being eaten by a worm. அதாவது ஏதாவது வைரஸ் வந்து வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் வைரஸாக இருக்கலாம், லைக் இந்த ஃப்ளூ வைரஸாக இருக்கலாம். அது மாதிரி ஏதோ வந்து எங்கள் பாட்டியை வந்து வைரஸ் வந்து பிடிச்சிக்கிச்சு, வைரஸ் பிடிச்சிக்கிச்சு வந்து இல்லாட்டி என்ன ஏதாவது ஒரு புழு வந்து எங்கள் பாட்டியை வந்து விழுங்கிருக்கும், சாப்பிட்ருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார். I have searched through the recycle bin and files of every kind. I've even used the internet, but nothing did I find. Poet என்ன சொல்றாரு அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, I have been searching my grandma through all the recycle bins. அதாவது கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல வந்து ரீசைக்கிள் பின் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கும், ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கும். அந்த ஆப்ஷனில் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அந்த ரீசைக்கிள் பின்னில் போய் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, நம்ம எந்தெந்த ஃபைலெல்லாம் டெலீட் பண்ணுறோமோ அது போய் அங்கே ஸ்டோர் ஆகிடும். ஸோ அந்த ரீசைக்கிள் பின் அதில் தேடி பார்த்தேன். அண்ட் ஃபைல்ஸ் ஆஃப் எவ்ரி கைண்ட், எல்லா ஃபைலையும் நான் தேடி பார்த்தேன். ஐ ஈவன் யூஸ் தி இன்டர்நெட்டு கூட போய் பார்த்தேன். பட் wherever I went, I couldn't find my grandma அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு. In desperation, I asked Jeeves. Jeeves is a search engine like Google. In desperation, I asked Jeeves my searches to refine. The reply from him was negative. Not a thing was found online. Even Jeeves could not find my grandma. Not a thing was found online. His reply was negative. Even Jeeves could not find my grandma. His answer was negative. So, if inside your inbox, my grandma you should see, please copy, scan and paste her in an email back to me. என்னால் வந்து இப்போ எல்லா இடத்துலையும் நான் தேடிட்டேன், ஆனால் எங்கள் கிராண்ட்மாவை பார்க்க முடியலை. அதனால் இப்போ நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுங்கள், இந்த மாதிரி உங்களுடைய இன்பாக்ஸில் என்னுடைய கிராண்ட்மாவை பார்க்க முடிஞ்சது அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், நீங்கள் என்னுடைய கிராண்ட்மாவோட ஃபோட்டோவை காப்பி பண்ணி, ஸ்கேன் பண்ணி, பேஸ்ட் பண்ணி என்னுடைய இமெயிலில் நீங்கள் அனுப்புங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவர் சொல்கிறார். I would like to sum up the poem now. The poem The Computer Swallowed Grandma reminds us of how young one of this era and the old ones stay connected through video calls and modern means of communication. The poet's grandma had died. In fond memory of her, he wrote this poem. When the poet and his grandma were on an online call, his grandma pressed the control and enter buttons, and immediately she disappeared. The poet was very upset and he searched through the recycle bin, files and internet. Even he asked his friend Jeeves help, but he couldn't. So he asked us, if we find her grandma in our inbox, we have to copy, scan and paste her in an email back to him. Students, hope you would have enjoyed and comprehended the poem well. Now I would like to give you some exercises. You can find those exercises in your English textbook on page number 101, just after the poem, just following the poem. There are 4 exercises. First exercise is to read the poem aloud. Read the poem aloud at least once very clearly. Second exercise is to read the poem lines and answer the questions given below. There are some 5 questions with the poem lines. Read those poem lines and answer the questions given below. And the third exercise is to read the last 2 stanzas of the poem and answer the following questions. Read the last 2 stanzas alone and answer the following questions. Who did the author ask for grandma? Did the author get a positive reply? What is the author's plea? These are the questions. After reading the last 2 stanzas, answer correctly for those questions. And the fourth exercise is to pick out the rhyming pairs and write them in the blanks given. Pick out the rhyming pairs and write them in the blanks given. There are some rhyming words found in each stanza. Spot them out and write them in the given blanks. Okay? Keep well, do well. God bless you. Thank you.
ஹலோ வணக்கம், எம்டி இம்ரான். நீ நம்ம பார்க்கக்கூடியது படித்ததில் பிடித்தது. பார்வை மங்கி தலை நரைத்து தள்ளாடும் வயதிலும் நீ வாங்கி வரும் 5 ரூபாய் தின்பண்டமும், மீண்டும் மீண்டும் கேட்டாலும் சலிக்காது கூறிய 500 கதைகளும், பெற்றோரிடம் அடி வாங்கி அழுத பொழுதுகளில் அனைத்து மடி சாய்த்து தேற்றி புரிய வைத்த தவறுகளும், பழித்தாலும் பொறுத்து கொண்டு பரிவால் என்னை வென்ற நினைவுகளும், சாப்பிடும் பொழுது இடையில் எழுந்திருக்காது என்று திட்டிக்கொண்டே இருப்பாள் பாட்டி. இப்பொழுது திட்டுவதற்கு பாட்டியும் இல்லை, உட்கார்ந்து சாப்பிட நேரம் இல்லை.